Okay, this one's for the coaches out there. So if you are providing one-on-one coaching or a high ticket, high touch mastermind, one-on-one calls might be something that you have as part of your onboarding or your sales experience, right? If they're going to be spending $10,000, they might be jumping on a sales call or connection call with you before they make that initial investment. So if that is the case, you're going to have a call in place. And before you do this call, you want to have a questionnaire that is sent out to them that they are required to fill out before they jump on this call with you. And this questionnaire is going to help you structure your discovery call or your sales call flow based on their business and based on their needs. It's going to allow you to go through what they've answered. You're going to be able to come up with questions for clarity ahead of time, and that's just going to build your confidence because you're not trying to think as much on the fly. You're going to have this structure in place, and when we know what we're going to do, it's going to not only build the confidence, but we're going to show up as leaders. We're going to show up as business owners. And that is what our clients are looking for. They want to know we're professional. They want to know we have our stuff in place. They want to know that we are going to provide the value. And this is a great piece that's going to allow you to provide the value. So as you go through your questionnaire, it's going to be the questions I have in here are very general for all coaching businesses. Now, if you've been coaching for a while, you're going to want to tweak these to be based on what you teach on or what you provide within your mastermind so that you can understand if this is a good fit, right? Which leads into that call, and it's going to help direct that call. You may see red flags in here, and you're going to know right off the bat, this is not a good fit for them. And some people will even ask, are you able to make this investment? So you can confirm, can they actually do this before you spend your time live on Zoom with them, going through what their program is like, what their, the things they're struggling with. You already know that ahead of time. And maybe you still have the call. It's a great networking opportunity. Maybe later on when they're able to make the investment, they're going to remember that call and say, I really want to work with her. Okay. So as you do this, you're going to build this out in a Google form, and you're going to want to make sure that anyone can respond to it. If you have an email address that is linked to your domain, it's automatically going to only allow people who have that domain to respond to the form. So double check that anyone can respond to the forms, and make sure you turn on email notifications for that form. So anytime someone fills this out, you get a notification so you can go in and start working through this before that call. Now, like I said, if you do have a questionnaire, I highly encourage you to require this to be submitted before you jump on the call. And you can have your team send out reminders. People forget, but if they don't submit it, just let them know we're going to reschedule this call until you have a chance. I know you're busy, but until you have a chance to submit this, because it's going to help me direct the call and understand what your needs are and how I can best support you. Now, some of the information you receive in here is not only going to help you with your discovery call, it's also going to help you work with them, right? You're going to see where they're at right now. And that's where it might help you figure out what the first couple of weeks look like. You can also use the information in this form as a case study. So at the end of your program, you can ask similar questions and then you compare. Okay, Susie was making this amount of money in her business when I first started working with her, and now she's here. And that way we're not sending out so many different forms to our clients to try to get this data to create that social proof. So as you go through here, if you're brand new to coaching, you can use these simple questions, but again, I encourage you to tweak them the more that you work with clients and the more that you understand what type of information you actually need for them or from them in order to provide the support that they're needed. We want to thank them for taking the time to fill out this form. It did take, we want to honor that. Anything that takes time away from a client or time away from you or your team, always ask yourself, is this honoring? And so make sure that it's not questions that you actually don't need to know. They need to be relevant. They need to be information that helps you within this process. So if you have any questions about setting this up, or if you're stuck on what to actually ask, Feel free to reach out to me on Voxer on your specific day. I'm here to help you do this. If you would like me to review your questionnaire form, you can send it to me on Voxer as well. But otherwise, if you are having any sort of call with a client in this phase, I encourage you to put this piece to your system in place.